Welcome to Frontliner Analysis, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you so much for your great support always on this platform. Yesterday, the former impeached Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua was being interviewed with Oga Obina, but before I dive in deeper against the talks between Rigathi Gachagua and Oga Obina, there is something that I would like to discuss with you, ladies and gentlemen. You know very well that the mood in this country of Kenya right now, it is all about William Samoei must go, one-term president. That is the mood of the country. Because all the clubs in the country, in this country of Kenya, and also outside the country, it is all about Ruto must go. Any event, whether it is an event, burial, wedding, it is all about one term. William Samoei must go. That is the song and the mood of this country of Kenya. But the biggest challenge that the people of Kenyans are facing right now is that who will be the best replacement of William Samoei Ruto? Because we must find a very strategic way on how to choose a leader and rally back behind that leader to make sure that William Samoei Ruto will be a one-term president, or else Ruto will still resume the office in 2027 election if all these candidates will be on the ballot. So my question is that who is the best to replace President William Samoei Ruto? Who can carry the change that the people of Kenya want? Can it be Wajackoyah? Because Wajackoyah is also aiming to challenge Ruto. Can it be Martha Karua? Can it be Rigathi Gachagua? Can it be Dr. Fred Matiang'i? Can it be Eugene Wamalwa? Can it be Morara Kibaso? Can it be PK Salasia? Because everybody in this country of Kenya want to vie for that docket of the presidency because they have witnessed the kind of leadership that President William Samoei Ruto have showed the people of Kenyans in the past 2 years that President William Samoei Ruto has been in the power and also in the government as the 5th president of the Republic of Kenya. So that is the biggest challenge that the people of Kenyans are now facing. Who will be the replacement? If all these leaders want to challenge President William Samoei Ruto from the power. But what I know is that if all these 8 candidates will not sit down and choose one person to be their candidate and rally back behind him ahead of 2027 election, Ruto will resume the office. Why am I saying that? Because the vote will be scattered. There are some people that will vote for Ruto, others will vote for Matiang'i, Eugene Wamalwa, PK Salasia, Morara Kibaso. Even Raila Amolo Odinga himself is also aiming to challenge President William Samoei Ruto from the government in 2027 election, because what I know is that Raila will dump President William Samoei Ruto few months to election. Because right now there is something that Raila Amolo Odinga is measuring against William Samoei Ruto's government. But Raila is going to dump President William Samoei Ruto next year, 2026. But that one was just by the way. So that is the biggest challenges that the people of Kenyans are now facing. Who will be the best replacement of William Samoei Ruto? And you know very well that the way things are getting hotter under William Samoei Ruto's government with the opposition and also with the people of Kenyans at all, just shows you that 2027 election that will happen on 10th August will be a protest of votes. Because the Gen Zs have already declared that this time round, they will not allow the result that William Samoei Ruto have won the election. They will not allow that one. Because they knew well that this time round, there is no human being with sense that really watched the blood documentary of Parliament that can vote for President William Samoei Ruto. If you are a human being with sense, and you really watch what happened during the anti-government protest, where the peaceful protesters, the youths, were being killed illegally, abducted illegally, and arrested illegally. There were too much extrajudicial killings during the peaceful protest. So if you really want a change in this country, please vote responsibly. And this time around, we don't want the issue of sympathy votes. No. We don't want politicians that will be coming to convince us that, oh, just vote for me. If you vote for me, I will do this and this. No, we don't want sympathy votes this time around. Because we have witnessed the kind of sympathy votes. So you have witnessed the kind of leadership that sympathy votes means to this means to this country of Kenya. We have witnessed. So 2027 election is going to be a protest vote because the Gen Zs will also be counting. When Ruto will be counting his vote, youth will be also counting its vote, and also the opposition leaders will be also counting his vote. There will be too much live streaming at the Bomas of Kenya to make sure that there is no stealing of the votes. So this time round, the opposition leaders are having the deep state to send President William Samoei Ruto home. But that one can only happen if these 7 candidates that are aiming to challenge William Samoei Ruto in 2027 election agree earlier, without disagree before 2027 election. If these people can sit down and agree and say that we are going with Rigathi Gachagua or Matiang'i or Eugene Wamalwa or Cleophas Malala or any other candidate, William Samoei Ruto can be a one-term president, because the Kenyans is now the voice of the opposition. Not even of the opposition alone. The people of Kenyans are the voice of what will happen in 2027 election. Because nowadays, the people of Kenyans are the opposition in this country of Kenya, together with Rigathi Gachagua. These are the people that are making President William Samoei Ruto to be accountable under his leadership. Because the person that used to make William Samoei Ruto accountable was Raila Amolo Odinga. But after the handshake, that one stopped. So nowadays, Raila Amolo Odinga always enjoy the money that William Samoei Ruto gave him during the anti-government protest, because it is only Raila Amolo Odinga who saved President William Samoei Ruto. Raila Amolo Odinga angekuwa hapo, sahi tungekuwa na president mwingine. Yes. The Gen Zs could have made this country, could have done a very, very wonderful change according to what they were planning, their plan. Because they wanted to achieve something when they were on the street last year. But Raila Amolo Odinga chipped in and break everything, destroy their plans. And that is the reason why nowadays the people of Kenyans, especially the youths, are totally hungry with Raila Amolo Odinga, because they have realized this Raila Amolo Odinga is a broker. Is a very, very biggest political broker in this country of Kenya. Because what I know is that Raila Amolo Odinga have never even wanted to be the president of the Republic of Kenya, because he doesn't want to quit politics as soon as possible. Because once you have been elected as the president and you go for 2 terms, that one will be the end of your political career. Because after that one, you will just have your package of retirement and go and enjoy your retirement at your home or at your place. So that is the thing. That is the statement. That is something that Raila Amolo Odinga does not want to engage with, because he really enjoys his usual position of being number 2. So nobody should lie to you that Raila Amolo Odinga is somebody that is willing to be the president of the Republic of Kenya. No, that gentleman is a very, very clever politician. He's the biggest broker in this country of Kenya. And I've never wanted to be the president of the Republic of Kenya, because he doesn't want to quit the politics as soon or as possible, because he knows what he normally gets or receive after retaining his usual position. And again, what you need to understand is that if William Samoei Ruto want to resume the office in 2027 election, Ruto must vie with an ODM party, but not UDA party, because UDA party have already collapsed. And he must vie with ODM party, with Raila Amolo Odinga being on the ballot box. Yes. But you know very well that Raila Amolo Odinga cannot be the running mate of William Samoei Ruto. That one cannot happen. Raila cannot agree with that one. And I know very well that Ruto will vie with ODM in 2027 election. And that is the reason why some of the experts that were nominated from the opposition leaders are bitter with other opposition leaders that are injecting the government of William Samoei Ruto. People like James Orengo, Anyang' Nyong'o, the governor of Kisumu County, Edwin Sifuna. Those people know something. There is something that these experts understand with working with William Samoei Ruto. There is something that Raila Amolo Odinga and William Samoei Ruto agree on at the KICC when they were signing the MOU with the opposition leaders to help him chase some of the dreams under his manifesto. Because these experts are in the government because things were falling apart last year. Now, back to the interview of Rigathi Gachagua and Oga Obina. Yesterday, there is a statement that Rigathi Gachagua delivered that have sent a total panic to the IEBC members that have been constituted. Number one, Rigathi Gachagua said that if IEBC try to mess up with the election, there will be no county in there will be no country in 2027. Sorry, if IEBC try to mess with election, there will be no country in 2027 election. It will look like a Christmas party during the votes. That one shows that there will be a protest in 2027 election during the votes. So the statement that Rigathi Gachagua delivered yesterday about the IEBC have already sent the panic to the people who were elected to run the election in 2027 election. To run the election in 2027. Gachagua sent a ruthless warning to Ruto and the IEBC. So the statement that Rigathi Gachagua delivered yesterday during the interview, when he was injecting the government of William Samoei Ruto, just shows you how things are going to be in 2027 election, because even the youths will not allow the results that President William Samoei Ruto that President William Samoei Ruto is the winner. According to the statement that some of trumpet of William Samoei Ruto delivered few months ago, that is Oscar Sudi, that they will make sure that President William Samoei Ruto is being re-elected again. And by that statement, just shows that there is a way, or there is a means on how this UDA party are planning to rig the vote in 2027 election. So the people that were elected, or the people that were chosen to run the election in 2027 election, must be keen with the result, must be keen with their jobs, because it is not going to be the business as usual this time around. Because Kenyans will be live streaming what will be happening at the Bomas. So thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, and let us meet in the next video. I just wanted to update you on the ruthless message that Rigathi Gachagua sent to President William Samoei Ruto and the IEBC yesterday during the interview, that have really shaken up the government of William Samoei Ruto and open up the minds of the people of Kenyans that we need to register as a voter, because that is the only tool that we can use to make President William Samoei Ruto a one-term president, even if Ruto himself is planning to rig the votes in 2027 election after realizing that things are not going the way he wants. See you in the next video.